What up, guys? So here are 6 common mistakes that I have done in the past back in 2021 and 2022 that I will try to avoid this next bull run, which I think we still have around maybe 12 to 18 months. So hopefully you guys can learn something about it and we all together can avoid this. So number 1 on the list is diversifying your portfolio. One mistake that I did, which thankfully I came clean and I didn't lose a lot of money, which was allocating around 35 to 40% of my portfolio into Luna. Again, thankfully I got out at 94 bucks, 85% of my portfolio, but that was only because I had some of my wife's funds into it. If not, most likely I would still bag holding. And guys, Luna is worth maybe just a few cents right now, so I would be down a lot. Guys, like, take for instance that you have a portfolio that is worth maybe 10K. If you have 40% of your holdings into a single project and it goes down, then you're losing 4K out of 10K. So you're left with 6K. So don't overexpose yourself into a single project, but at the same time, very important, don't underexpose yourself. Because let's say that there is a project that you like, but you just want to gamble a little bit and you allocate something like 10 bucks. Yeah, okay, 10 bucks, but in the end, let's say it does maybe a 10x, which it is a pretty decent amount of x's, right? 10x in terms of percentages sounds amazing, but 10x from $10, that is 100 bucks. That is not a lot of money. Even 100 x's, that is only 1K. There is nothing that I can do with 1K. That is not life-changing money for me. I would just allocate that money into something else. So if there is something that you like, even if it is risky, make sure that you're allocating something that you're okay with losing. If it is something like $10, guys, just don't do it because it is not worth it. So for me, how I like to do it is I would divide it into 3 categories. So I have blue chips, things like maybe Solana, Optimism, Arbitrum, anything that is at the top. I would allocate something maybe up to 10% of my portfolio into a single project. Up to 10%, but most of the time it is between 5 to 10%. Next, we have middle ground, which are the new projects that I like. So maybe a Celestia, maybe a Menta, maybe a Zeta Chain. I'm just using it as an example. I would allocate up to maybe 5 to 6% because they're new, but also at the same time there is a high chance that I can do a pretty decent amount of money from it. But obviously it can also go down. Lastly, we have the risky bets. So that means if there is something that is under $10 million, $15 million, I'm not sure about it because there is a lot of chances that it can go up to maybe $100 million market cap, 200, 300 million, and I can make maybe a 50x, 100x. But at the same time, since it is fairly new, I can also lose all my money. So I would never allocate more than maybe 2%, up to 3% if I really like it. Obviously, the percentages will differ for each one of us, but I'm just saying what I like to do. So again, don't underexpose yourself, but at the same time, don't overexpose yourself. Because if you lose just 1 or 2 of your coins and you're not making money and it goes to 0 and you have a great amount of your portfolio into them, then you're basically screwed. Next is avoid leverage. Dude, even though we're farming some projects, some perps platform, you're not a great trader. I am not a great trader, right? So don't go crazy with the amount of leverage that you're using. Set up a stop loss because trust me, I've done it many times before. I say, you know what? I'm not going to set up a stop loss. If it goes down, I'm going to close my position. Guess what? It goes down. I'm not closing my position. Let's wait a little bit. It goes down further. When it goes up, I'm going to close my position. Guess what? It goes down further. And now I'm just losing my entire position. So always set up at least a stop loss for the amount of money that you're okay with losing from a position. Maybe for you, it is 50 bucks. Maybe for the other person, it is 500 bucks. But set up a stop loss because we never know, right? Number 3, don't throw your entire position or your entire portfolio into shitcoins. Guys, I know it sounds amazing that you think that everybody's just making 10,000 X's here, 1,000 X's here. Most likely, they're also losing a lot of money, which they are not posting. So you get into shitcoins thinking that you're going to be hitting 1,000 X's every single day. And guess what? You lose your entire position. And something that is very addicting is that once you lose some money, once you lose 100 bucks as quickly as trading or sniping shitcoins, is that you really feel the urge of getting into another shitcoin so you can make your money back. And guess what? You lose another 100 bucks. Now you want to do it again because you're down to $100. So just avoid it. Or if you want, use a budget. Maybe set up a wallet, add maybe $100, $500 into it, and you say, you know what? If it goes to zero, that's it. I'm not getting involved with it. But if you are using your main wallet and you have enough funds, you're going to be trading and trading and over trading until you lose your entire capital. Trust me, I've been there. Number 4 on the list is you will not be able to catch the top. Again, you're not that special. You're not. I'm sorry, but you're not that special, right? So I've been there. I did it for Solana. I purchased at a pretty good price. And then I was waiting for $100 billion market cap. I saw it. I set at $70 billion market cap. And guess what? I said, you know what? I'm just going to be waiting. I'm just going to wait a little bit more until we go to maybe 95, 100 billion. And then I'm going to start removing some of my funds. It went down. Fortunately, I did remove some of my funds out of profit, but it wasn't at $70 billion. So as the price goes up and there is a lot of hype behind a project, dude, take 5%, take 10%. You will not go broke just by taking some profit. So it doesn't really hurt. 10%, 15% here and there, and you'll be pretty good. So in the end, your goal is to make some money, is to end up in a profit, not to lose your position and end up in a place worse than where you started. Number 5 is don't over-invest. Dude, I did this way too many times. So for example, I had something like 1K in my bank account. I said, you know what, this project looks pretty good. The charting is looking great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase $900 of it. And then by the end of the month, I'm going to be able to get maybe a 1x, 2x's, and I'm going to be able to pay my rent, and I'm going to have a profit of maybe 1K. Guess what? Goes down 50%. Now I have to sell my position for $500. So I'm losing $500 because I have to pay rent or I have some bills to pay. So if you're planning to use your funds, dude, just not use it. Don't invest because you never know. Most likely it could go up, but because you don't know, and when you have some bills to pay, you gotta pay it, right? You gotta pay it. They're not gonna be waiting for you. Your landlord, electricity bill, or anything else. So if you have some bills, just don't use your money for investing. Next on the list is very important, but also very boring, which is keeping some money into stables. Super, super boring. But trust me, we do have throughout the year a few flash crashes, which we can get the opportunity to purchase something at a 15%, 25% discount. And then within a few hours, most likely they should be up at the same price because it is a flash crash. So it goes down and then it goes up super rapidly. But if you're not holding some stables, you will not be able to catch that opportunity. So again, yes, it is boring because if everything is going up and then 30%, 20% of your portfolio is into stables, then yes, you're losing the opportunity. But at the same time, if you get a flash crash, you're not going to be able to purchase. So that's it. Number 7 as a bonus is, dude, you need to be patient, right? Don't try to catch everything. Understand whatever you're using, test it out, check it out, see if you like it, see if you get excited about a project, because trust me, if you're getting excited about a project, about a blockchain, a NFT platform, or a staking platform, most likely there is another person that is also getting excited about it. So test it out, see if you like it, and don't try to catch everything you see on Twitter, because most of them are paid chills or people that already purchase some of those tokens and they're just trying to pump their bags so they can sell it at a higher price. So there you go. Let me know if there is another common mistakes that we could add to the list. Thank you guys for watching. Take care and be safe.